It's a minute. I think 30 seconds, but I'm just so used to it now. Dirty. 15. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ball Nation,
Let's go.
Welcome into the Toyota Lounge, driven by your front range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. DNVR. Welcome back, my friend.
Oh, good to be back. Good to be back. I won't get into it. Look, it's just good to be back.
We don't have to get into it, bro.
I was not working, right?
I assume so. But I guess you never really know.
It's true. It's working is an epidemic.
It is. We are presented by Legal Pete's, everyone's go-to spot for burritos, buddies, and beers. Today on the show. It's Friday, by the way. Happy Friday, everyone.
Holy shit, it doesn't feel like Friday.
Oh, give me a minute. Give me a minute.
Shout out to all of the mothers who watch this show, including our mothers. And Yaya's mom, who is also awesome.
So you guys get on it as soon as the show's done. We will be talking about the truth about Coach Prime's first season at Colorado.
Ooh.
Courtesy of our friend Matt H.
Ooh.
At ScoBuffs 22.
And then you know it's heat.
Yep. We're going to predict.
Wait.
What?
Okay.
Are we good? We're going to predict some ratings for players, teams, a lot of things in EA College Football 25. But we start today with the big news, the leak.
The leak.
Travis is on the cover.
Oh, I thought the leak was that Yaya was eating instead of having our audio correct.
Well,
that info leaked out later, I guess.
I guess so.
That's on me. The thing was selected wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry today. That's completely
So no one heard my Mother's Day PSA? It's Mother's Day on Sunday, guys. So make sure you go take care of your mom. Get a little nice card, flowers, something. Or take care and say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, you know.
Yes, and I said Happy Mother's Day to all of the wonderful mothers who watch our show, whether it's mothers of players directly, aunties of players.
Yep.
But you guys are the best, and we wish you all a Happy Mother's Day.
Travis is on the cover.
Let's fucking go.
How hyped were you when you saw that?
Honestly, I had to just take a second to think about it, really. Like, this is my favorite video game of all time.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't know if this exact iteration
of
this video game will be my favorite video game of all time. But in my life, my favorite video game of all time is back then NCAA football, now college football. And I mean, maybe way back in the day, there was a little hope of a Chris Brown making it on the cover. But there's never really been a time where there was actual hope of having a Colorado football player on the cover.
Yeah.
Then to see Travis on this rumored cover of the deluxe edition, which we know there's going to be multiple different covers, but I almost assume that those players who are on the deluxe edition will be the ones who are out on the other ones.
Yep.
So Travis, being on multiple different covers, it's so cool. It's one of those things that I just keep trying to remind longtime Buffs fans, don't let this be normal. This is not normal.
Yep.
This is an incredible lightning in a bottle type moment that we've captured. When we're lucky enough to experience as a fan base. I know everyone wants the wins, and I think the wins are coming.
Yep.
But all of this other stuff is, I mean, I can at least say this for me, it's once in a lifetime because it's only happened once in my lifetime so far.
For sure.
I'd love for it to happen more, but like this type of stuff is just so cool. And it's one of those times where you just sit back and go, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that later. But this is what people outside and the haters and all this stuff just don't understand is like, if I told you this 2 years ago, not only that there would be a real college football video game coming out, you'd be hyped.
For sure.
But there's a real college football video game coming out, and a Colorado Buffalo will be on the cover. I'm talking 2 years ago. I'm talking May 10th of 2022. Right? It's 24 right now?
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes I get confused because the video games all have
they do kind of
numbers.
jack it up.
If I told you that on May 10th, 2022, you would say no.
Yep.
Probably to both.
Yeah.
And both of them are true. And it's just a remarkable thing to have happened in such a short period of time. On the relevance scale, like I said, we all want to get there with the winning.
Right.
Unfortunately, we can't play games right now, so we have to enjoy this type of stuff. In Colorado, it went from, I probably would have like fought for them to not be the most irrelevant. I'd be like, look, we're not number 300 or whatever, 130 in relevancy. We're like probably like 115. But from the bottom of the scale in irrelevancy to the top of the scale in relevancy is in that short of a period of time. There's only one way that it could have been done. And that was to get Coach Prime to come be your coach.
Yep.
And they pulled it off. And that part of the plan has worked immaculately so far.
Yeah, and we'll touch more on that in segment 3. But I agree. It's just surreal. It's cool seeing a Colorado Buffalo next to a Michigan Wolverine on the cover for me.
Yeah.
Even though
undeserving
please,
Michigan Wolverine.
Please.
But they had to get someone from the national championship team.
You can't tell the story of the last 2 years of college football without Donovan Edwards. I'm sorry.
Come on.
What do you mean?
If you just said like Jim Harbaugh and JJ McCarthy, you'd be good.
Everyone dogs on JJ McCarthy, so they put someone that's not JJ McCarthy, and now you still hate it.
Well, they couldn't put JJ McCarthy because he's not a player anymore.
Well, they got a returning guy who's going to be their starting running back, is going to be one of, if not their best player.
I'm sure you remember all 447 yards from last year.
I pretty much do. But also, this is real NIL. This is kind of what we talked about earlier in the week.
Yes.
This is what it's about. This is why you come to Colorado, why these superstar players, superstar recruits should come to Colorado, because these are the opportunities you're going to have with Coach Prime as your head coach.
Absolutely. I think it's the perfect case, and this is what NIL is all about, and it's why I'm really proud, rarely say this, really proud of EA Sports for doing what I think is the right thing. Sure, they could have gone and put Nick Saban Legends Edition or something like that. They could have got JJ McCarthy, national champion quarterback, and put him on there. They could have gone who won the Heisman last year?
Jaden Daniels.
Wow, sorry, Jaden Daniels. They could have gone Jaden Daniels, and gone that route. But they took advantage of something they were never able to do before when the game existed.
Yep.
Which is actually reward these players for their likeness being on the game. And just for those of you who don't know, it used to always be former players because they couldn't do it with current players because of NIL, which if you think back on how dumb that is, it's kind of funny. Now they took advantage of it and were able to reward some of these kids for what they've done for college football by getting them some sort of contract to be on the cover of this game. It's really, really cool, and I'm excited to see the other options that are out there. But glad to see real college football players on the cover of this. The cover that we've seen so far is badass.
Yeah, I know. I've seen some people. I haven't seen much, but I saw some people like, this is underwhelming. It's like, bro, just seeing this cover for me is just like,
I think it's amazing. Also, there's something to be said about like all of college football walking back out onto the field together. I thought that was cool and symbolic. Someone complained about the Nebraska flag on there. Would have never even noticed it.
I didn't even know there was one.
It's like way in the background, kind of like actually blurry. But it's just it's really great to have it back for like true college football heads. This is a big day.
Yep. So I think everyone's there. It is. There's the cover right there. Yeah. Oh, I do see the Nebraska flag, I guess.
Yeah.
But the question that everyone asks after seeing this, especially if you're a Buffs fan, what's going on with Shedeur? He has yet to say he's in the game.
Yep.
Shiloh, Travis, Seaton. I mean, most of the team, Michael Welsh, there was a tweet I saw today, I think 13,000 players have opted into this game. Shedeur, we know, had the tweet. He added EA College Football. He talked about the cover. Let's work something out. Tweet went away very quickly, but still no word. And the first cover, this is what, the deluxe edition?
Yeah.
Or what's it called?
Yep.
So this is just the deluxe edition cover. Is he like the base cover, though? Like, you know, if you go and find a base edition on the PlayStation Store, Xbox Store, whatever, is it going to show Shedeur Sanders' face on that?
I don't know. I'm so scared.
Really?
I'm so scared.
Really?
And I do think it is very notable that Travis, Seat, and Shiloh are all in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this for sure, but I believe they all have the same representation
Okay.
as Coach Prime too, Smack.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me would say like there's been some sort of relationship there, but I'm worried that they weren't able to get something done with Shedeur, which would be obviously a huge bummer. Not going to blame Shedeur, of course, because everyone's got to make decisions that are best for them. But I asked around to see if I could find anything out today. I wasn't able to find anything out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's all some grand reveal that we'll wait till the end to find out about, which would be amazing and feel even better now that I have this deep-seated fear.
It's like next week, by the way, too. It's like under 5 or 6 days, I think,
5
for the full
days
reveal.
for the full reveal. So we'll see. It is what it is, whatever ends up happening, but I am worried that Shedeur's not going to be in the game.
He's going to be in there, I think.
All right.
Shedeur told us at the Super Bowl, I'm just a kid. Kids love video games.
It's true.
I guarantee you he played this game growing up. He's going to want to be in this game. It's his last season of college football. I think he's going to be in this game.
All right.
I don't know.
I love your optimism. It makes me feel
He
calm.
already tweeted out he's already interested in it. He wants to be in it, I think,
It's true.
truly.
It's true. Absolutely. But you have to, you have to know your worth from a business perspective as well.
That's fair enough. And they have shown that they are very observant of that, too, of their opportunities with sponsors, with any type of, I guess, deal that involves money in their NIL, their name, image, or likeness.
I'm actually bummed that I didn't just ask him the last time we had him on the show.
I know. Yeah.
Should have asked.
But yeah, Shedeur hasn't told us anything about this. We haven't asked him anything about this either. We truly don't know.
Yeah. Someone said he already said he's in the game, but no, he didn't. Yeah, you got to do a better job of choosing what comments we put up. Can't just put up anything. It's got to be factual.
I don't know. I don't follow Shedeur. He might have been the last 20
But you don't think we would have known?
Maybe I would keep giving the last 20 seconds. I don't know.
No.
If he did, Derek Morse would have tagged us in it already.
He would have, yes.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm just here for a good time.
If Shedeur's in there, I'll be doing backflips. Also,
He's in this game.
just what day does it come out? July?
It's going to be June, I think.
Okay, June something. Just count me out for the show that week.
Yeah, can we just get a week off?
No, what we'll do is just hook up our Xbox here.
There
and
we
we'll
go.
go live for 1 hour a day and we'll just be playing the whole time.
Doing the show while playing.
Yes.
That's all.
Three of you guys playing the game.
We could.
Not that hard.
We could.
Okay, so the timer on the EA site ends at May 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern. So that is next Thursday, 9 a.m. our time. It's supposedly a full reveal of the game. The PlayStation Store did also have a screenshot of the game. It was from Notre Dame Stadium. That's all we've seen so far, though.
Okay. I'm ready. I do think that they're probably a little bit behind. Like normally a game that's coming out within a couple months, you've seen some gameplay footage. I'm guessing they're taking every second to tinker with this thing.
Yeah, they have been working on it for a long time. All right. Shout out to
Wait, real quick, just because I think
ahead.
some people came in. We don't know if Shedeur's in the game. We know Travis is. We know Shiloh is. We know Seed is. We know pretty much everyone else is.
Michael Welsh. I think Omari Miller said he was in the game.
Yeah. So that's where we're at right now. And the only reason that we're even talking about it with Shedeur is because all those other guys have posted something confirming that they were in the game. We haven't gotten that from Shedeur yet. Obviously, if we were to see a cover or something with him on it, that would confirm that he's in it as well.
Right.
So we're just keeping our fingers crossed.
Shout out to True Fan Travel. We've got 2 great trips already planned for this year. There's Bronco trips also. Where are you guys going? New Orleans?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
You hyped?
I love New Orleans.
I've never been.
Maybe you can sneak
Does
in.
that happen to be on a Buffs bye week?
I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I'm going unless, especially considering our plans for this season.
Yeah, that's true. But come hang out with us, man. TCU Fort Worth was insane last year.
Oh, I actually have some new info on this.
Please share.
We are staying at arguably, as I've been told, the nicest hotel in Lincoln.
Okay.
Which a little bit of an oxymoron because there's nothing nice in Lincoln.
Right.
But if you're gonna go there, you'd rather have some nice, a nice hotel to lay your head down at night. So we are staying at a very nice place, and it is an all-inclusive tailgate. So those are two little tidbits for you.
All right. Deposits are live for that and the Orlando trip. The Orlando trip going to be going down in October. Could be a nice getaway to some warmer Florida weather at that time of the year. But you can head on over to truefantravel.com/trips to book your spot today. Be on the lookout for more road trips brought to you by True Fan Travel. Sign-ups for these road trips are live while spots last. Get on it now.
I think it's called the Scarlet Hotel, not the Red Roof Inn. That's funny. Someone said we'll leave the light on for you.
Let's go. Thank you, D-Mills.
Shout out to Circus Sportsbook. Handcrafted lines. That's what you want when you go to a sportsbook. And they don't do any of the frills. It's a sports bettor's sportsbook for the real ones. And if you're betting on things like the future, you want Colorado to win the Big 12 and things like that, you're always getting better odds there. When we bet on NCAA March Madness, better odds on all the underdogs there. If you're betting on golf tournaments, better odds there. It's a fantastic place to go and the best odds you're going to get. So over the course of a year, if you are someone who likes to bet on underdogs and things of that nature, and even if you're someone who likes to bet favorites, the amount of money you're going to win over the course of a year compared to the other books is going to completely outweigh the free bet you got here or there at the other places. So if you're someone who really likes to get action, Circa Sportsbook Colorado is the place for you. Download the app at circasports.com. Bets can only be made while physically in Colorado. Must be 21 or older. All rights reserved. Circa Sports encourages you to gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER or visit problemgamblingcolorado.org. You guys are just on fire in the comments today.
Coach Prime's got to be in the game, right?
They said no coaches.
Wow, that's crazy.
I think the money that they used to pay the coaches to be in the game, if they ever did,
It was going to the players.
was going to the players now. I don't know if they ever had the actual coaches in the game before, though, now that I think about it.
I know they had names for sure.
Okay. Like when you're scrolling through playbooks, it had like N. Saban or something.
Well, I just remember like doing the coaching carousel thing, and like I remember this is way back, obviously NCAA 14, and I remember I hired Scott Frost, and I was like, I don't even know who this is, and then it turns out like
He was like an up and comer.
Yeah.
Scott Frost's first game as head coach in Nebraska lost to Colorado.
Bummer. What do you think he's up to right
Matt
now?
Rule's second game as head coach in Nebraska lost to Colorado.
What do you think Scott Frost is up to?
I don't know. Probably doing the weird shit in Lincoln he was doing when he was the coach.
Before we get to the next segment, though, we got to shout out everyone who's graduated from Colorado. The commencement ceremony was yesterday. Shout out to Darius Shedeur
Yes.
Sanders. Shout out to Jack Crawford.
Yes. A lot of friends of the program
Yeah.
getting
Jimmy
getting their
Searfrost?
degrees. Yep.
Who else?
I was reading Jimmy's tweets yesterday from graduation. He just reminds me so much of me when I was that age,
He's a funny guy.
graduating from the journalism school, sending out all these tweets and stuff.
Yeah.
It was great. I had some nostalgia thinking back. My graduation day, it was snowing sideways.
If you saw the pictures yesterday, it looked like it was going to try and rain too, but
Yeah,
they got out.
We literally woke up to pouring rain. We went to the sink at like 5:45 a.m. Started drinking. By the time we got out of the sink, it was sleeting sideways. My graduation party was supposed to be a pool party, and my mom like last minute got like a tent that you would see at like a parking lot sale,
Yeah.
just like a big old tent, and filled it with heaters, and we called it the Thunderdome, and we had the party in there. It was actually sick.
That's
Shout out to
awesome.
my mom.
Levante Bentley, Tyler Brown, Shane Cokes, Travis J. Jr. have also graduated from the University of Colorado. Coach Prime shouted them out a few days ago and mentioned a bunch of them on his story or on Twitter yesterday too.
And I saw someone who was down on the field, zoomed in, showed Coach Prime standing on his balcony watching everyone graduate. So that's
Let's
cool.
go. So congrats to all those guys.
Also, why is Coach Prime not the commencement speaker?
He's gonna have to at some point.
I would just have him do it every year until
Yeah.
you're not going to do better than that.
Yeah, you want to get fired up,
Yeah.
inspired about the
Motivated,
future.
inspired. Yeah. You're not going to find anyone better at it than him. Forget, when mine was some executive at Facebook.
I don't even think someone spoke at mine. I graduated in December, so Yeah.
Classic. Was that 4.5?
yes.
Should have just been like me, gone the full 5.
I mean, well, I only took one class that last semester,
Okay.
so it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
All right, let's give out some ratings here.
Oh, interesting. Chris Fowler said if you win the championship with Colorado, you get a special message from Coach Prime. I missed that part.
Chris Fowler's put out a few videos. I
I bet you I win the race to that. I'll have that about 2.5 days in.
Yeah. 2.5. You'll do it in one day, bro.
That's true. That's true. Turn the quarters down a little bit.
Honestly, that'd probably be. I maybe shouldn't say this on air. First person to do that though and post the video on Twitter.
It goes viral.
That's going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going insane.
We actually someone will do it faster than us because they'll know a way to hack it.
Right.
Turn all the sliders and just sim it.
Or some worker at Best Buy who breaks into the box 4 days early and just
True.
You know.
Yeah.
all right.
We're at a disadvantage.
Let's do some ratings here. We've got, I don't know, this is 12 or so things. It's not just players, too. We're not just doing, what is Shedeur's overall? For example, this one. Who do you think will be their top-rated safety in this game? I can throw out some names for you.
Okay. Yeah, throw them out.
There's Caleb Downs.
Okay.
He obviously played at Alabama. He's
Yep.
at Ohio State now.
I think it might be him.
Probably is going to be him.
Okay, you can keep going.
But Malachi Starks at Georgia is a good player. Dylan Thineman at Purdue. You could throw Shiloh into the conversation
Yep.
as well.
I think Shiloh will be up there, but not number 1.
Rod Moore at Michigan. There's a handful of them.
I bet you it's Caleb Downs.
Top-ranked cornerback
Travis Hunter.
with a bullet. That just
Yes.
99.
Yes. I think he's gonna be 99 or 98 overall. And think of it this way. If they want to do it right with Travis,
Mm-hmm.
they have to have something in the game that allows him to play both wide receiver and corner.
Yep.
And by the way, I don't know if I told you guys this. I traded Dylan Edwards for Madden. I
Sad.
now have Travis Hunter.
Okay.
And you can play him at both positions,
Mm-hmm.
but not at the same time. Not in the same game.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that in college football 25, you're going to be able to play him at both in the same game. And I know someone said there's a way to do it, but not in the rules of my league can you do it.
Mhm.
Have him playing both ways. They're going to have to code that just for Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
They're not going to have him be mid.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't do that if they were serious about the game anyway. But he's going to be definitely over 95 overall.
He's going to be 99.
I'm guessing he's going to be one of like 399 overall players. And he'll be the best wide receiver and the best and the best corner in the game.
He's going to have 99 stamina, whatever it is, too, so he can do both ways and all that as well.
Yep. And I was thinking about this, like, you probably have 99 jumping,
Yeah.
99 juke,
Yep.
99 change of direction.
Don't go through all these. We got to get to them later. Some other guys for top-ranked cornerback. Will Johnson at Michigan will probably be up there as well. Takario Davis at Arizona will be up there. Denzel Burke from Ohio State will be up there.
Yep.
Kobe Bryant from Kansas will probably be up there as well.
Yep.
Top-ranked wide receiver in the game.
Other than Travis?
Yeah, probably, because I do think he'll be a 99, but I think Luther Burden is also a candidate to be up or near there as well.
Yep. I think he would be the next one up. Is there a next man up at Ohio State?
Emeka Egbuka.
Correct. He's really good.
And then they have Jeremiah Smith, the #1 overall recruit from this last class.
Right. I doubt a true freshman will be
Oh, yeah, for sure.
high 90s, but
Tedero McMillan.
yep. I bet you Arizona fans are upset about his rating.
Probably.
Like he'll be like 94 or something.
Yep.
Like, this is crazy.
Isaiah Bond at Texas now, was at Alabama.
Yep.
I guess you could throw in Tez Johnson from Oregon as well.
Mm-hmm. Future Bronco.
Running back. Is it Ollie Gordon?
Yes.
I agree. Although Quidshawn Junkins is on the cover.
Kind of surprising, huh?
Yeah, he hasn't even played it down for that team yet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But maybe it's like an ode to the transfer portal.
Yeah, for sure it is. Travion Henderson at Ohio State as well.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to handle that two-headed monster,
Mm-hmm.
which was going to be a three-headed monster with Don Hayden.
Yep.
Now he's a buff.
Donovan Edwards, of course, he's also on the cover. Trevor Etienne at Georgia. Jaden Ott. Who's going to be the top-ranked quarterback in this game?
Quarterback number 2, University of
Colorado.
I'm very curious to see what they do here. It should be Shedeur,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't be surprised if they give it to like Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers will be in the conversation. Of course, Carson Beck, who's also on that deluxe cover. Dylan Gabriel's played 18 years of college football. He's probably a college football 97, 98, 99, something like that.
Trying to remember like what these guys were rated back when we played the game.
I'm trying to remember also, man. It's tough.
I'm like, well, like Vince Young, like I'm sure he was 99 overall.
Mm-hmm. So the last one that came out was 14. So it would have been the 13 season, right?
Yeah. I don't even remember who was good then.
Think Johnny Football's in that game? Has to be.
Okay. Wow, I don't remember that.
It was after Denard, because Denard's on the cover. So Denard Robinson was already gone to the NFL.
Like Mariota?
Yeah, Jameis, Mariota. Or Jameis, maybe even not. Because he was a true freshman the year that he won his Heisman.
True.
Like Brandon Whedon, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Jalen Milroe, also on the cover. Noah Fafita, probably going to be ranked pretty highly. Jalen Daniels. Cam Ward. Shedeur, or Colorado quarterback number 2. What do you think his deep accuracy is in this game? Is it a 99? Do they just make him superhuman?
I don't think so. I think they'll give him like 96, 97 in that category.
Mm-hmm. It should be. All his accuracies should be over 90 easily.
Yeah. Oh, they have to be. Which is big in these games.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a quarterback with like bad short and medium accuracy, they start missing throws.
Yep.
Very annoying.
What about Shedeur's throw power?
97, 96.
Okay.
Like, I'm assuming he's going to be like a 95 overall.
I could see that.
I'm curious if they do like the dev traits and stuff too.
Like the superstar ability
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, that'd be dope. I think his throw power probably a little bit lower than that, but in the 90s.
Okay.
How about Travis? His speed. Is he a 99 speed
I don't
guy?
think so, because there's certain things that if like you were to do it, because all of his other stuff has to be so high
Mhm.
that if you were to give him that speed, he would just break the game.
But then I remember you said in the Utah game when you saw him score that touchdown and his burst like through the.
Oh yeah, it's insane, and that's why I think he's gonna have a higher acceleration than speed.
Okay.
So I think it's like 95 speed,
Mm-hmm.
97, 98 acceleration,
Like that, yeah.
like 98 change of direction,
His
98
agility.
agility,
Yeah.
maybe 99 jumping. Like it's gonna be all of that stuff's really high. But if you combine all of that with 99 speed, you would just have an unstoppable player.
I mean, it's Travis Hunter. He's pretty unstoppable.
But they don't want you can't have the Bo Jackson effect where he just scores a touchdown every time he gets the ball.
Right.
So they're gonna have to lower him on some of the stuff. Stamina, like you said, 100. It'll be juke. It's got to be way up there.
Mhm.
Spin's got to be way up there.
The spin should be higher than the juke.
Yeah, well, remember the little stop and go juke he did on TCU?
I remember the Nebraska one too.
Oh, yeah, the Nebraska one too. He did it back-to-back
But
weeks.
the spin against Stanford.
I know. That's what I mean. Juke and spin got to be super high. Like
yeah.
it's gonna be fun. He might end up being the most fun player to play with,
Definitely.
especially if they have like the jukebox abilities or like stuff like that they have in Madden now.
Who's going to be the highest rated buff after Travis and Shedeur?
So, to me, I think it's Shiloh, but I'm interested in hearing the candidates. Will Shepard,
I'd throw out LeJontay Wester.
LeJontay Wester.
Will Shepard.
I don't think they're ready for LeJontay Wester yet.
I don't think they are either.
Yeah.
But I think they could be in the conversation. I think you're right with Shiloh. I'd throw out like BJ Green, someone who's been proven at the Power 4 level.
They're not going to do that.
Who else? I think Preston Hodge could be very highly rated.
That's one where I could see, because I'm sure they reference like PFF and stuff for these.
Yeah.
I highly doubt they just have people grinding tape
Right.
to come up with these ratings. They're looking at a combination of, PFF rankings, stats.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a little bit of tape watch, but I
Yeah.
doubt there's someone in there like, I'm going to watch tape on every single player in college
Right.
football.
The chat says Cam, Block Bully. I saw Sam Okunlola, maybe Dayon Hayes.
I think people are crazy. Someone said Travis is not 94 speed. Come on now. I think he definitely is. At least.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about? Will Shepard is one that I could see just because it's like proven, highly rated transfer, played in the SEC, has the size.
Highest ranked Big 12 team. I don't think it's going to be Colorado.
No, it won't. It won't.
And we'll do Colorado's ranking here in a bit, but
Let me just pull up something really quick if you want to give your take.
okay. I think, well, there's a few teams obviously in the conversation in Arizona, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Utah. You could even throw Kansas in there, I suppose, as well. I think Kansas would be a really fun team in this game too.
Oh yeah, Kansas will be fun to play with. All right, so just looking at the odds on the sports book here. Utah plus 340, Kansas State plus 360. This is to win the Big 12. Kansas plus 750. It'll be Utah or Kansas State.
So I actually have the team rankings from NCAA 14 right here.
Oh wow.
There was only one team 99 across the board, and it was Alabama.
They let them get 99 across the board.
I mean, they were at their peak Alabama at this point in
I know,
time.
but that's just kind of crazy to think. That's like an all-star team. Like, you know, if you like played remember the old NBA video games you could play with like the legends of like the 90s and shit.
Uh-huh.
That's 99 across the board. That's kind of crazy. Who's their quarterback?
I'm pulling this up. I'm trying to go. So this
Let me
would
guess.
be
AJ McCarron.
probably this. So this would. I just want to get. This would be the 2013 roster, right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So I've got 2014. I need to go back one. This would be well after. Maybe is this Derrick Henry? Yep.
Oh God.
Oh, bro, this team's crazy. Just the names that I've seen so far: Alvin Kamara, Reuben Foster, Derrick Henry, Vinny Sunseri, Eddie Jackson, T.J. Yeldon. Who else do we got on this team? It's loading right now.
99 though.
This team is stacked.
You named 2 good college football players, or 2 good NFL players. Sorry.
I feel like there's quite a few good NFL players there. I'm trying, bro.
Yeah, you're moving slow. Is it your computer?
It is my computer. Who's the highest? Or we already did this one. Highest team overall this year. Who do you think it'll be?
Georgia.
I agree.
And I think they'll have a decent gap between Georgia and the next team.
I agree.
But I don't think they go 99 across the board. 99 across the board is crazy. Shouldn't even be allowed.
Okay, you ready for this? Ha Clinton Dix is on this team.
Okay.
Amari Cooper's on this team.
Okay.
AJ McCarron's on this team.
I called it.
Kenyon Drake's on this team.
Is this the team that beat LSU in the championship?
No, this
Notre
would
Dame?
be, I think this would be that team.
Manti Te'o.
I think so, yes. Landon Collins is on this team.
Okay, now we're getting there.
CJ Mosley's on this team.
Now we're getting there. 99 overall is still too much.
I don't know, man. This team steamrolled people. Here we go. Offensive line. We've got Ryan Kelly, Cyrus Kwanjo,
Broncos legend.
Ari Kwanjo, Kevin Norwood. Do you remember that name?
Dude, Cyrus Kwanjo was on the Broncos for a couple years.
Yep.
That man's shoe could be a rescue boat on a cruise ship. I can't believe, like, it honestly was like the size of Spirit.
That's
It
insane.
was like one of his shoes. One of the most insane things I've ever seen.
Was that a size 27?
I legitimately think it was north of 17.
Jonathan Allen's on this team. OJ Howard's on this team. Ashawn Robinson's on this team.
Damn. I just don't think 99 overall should be achievable for a team. It means you are perfect.
So there's a lot of teams at 90 or higher in NCAA 14. It's at least 20 some teams.
Wow.
I agree. I think Georgia's the highest ranked team overall. What do you think Colorado's team rating is? Their overall.
Okay, if teams are getting into the 90s easily, which I don't think really happens in Madden.
They were 79, 81 offense, 78 defense in NCAA 14.
Cody Hawkins is our quarterback. Tyler Hansen. By the way, I have something I want to talk about after this.
Okay.
I'm gonna say they're 85. Maybe 87.
They should be at least around 85, I think.
Yeah. I'm going conservative. Not what I think they should be, what I think they will be. Because I think that will be annoyed by the team overall. And then Travis and Shedeur, I think, will actually be properly rated.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be the rest of the team that gets
Chat just blew up.
lower ratings.
76, 84, 85, 85.
If we were 79 with the team that was in the last game,
yeah.
we should be at least 89 with this team,
Let's
to be
see.
honest.
2013 Colorado Buffaloes. What else did you want to talk about?
Did you see the clip of what's the Full Send podcast?
Oh, with Coach Prime, I did not see that yet. No, I saw the clip, but I didn't watch it yet.
Okay, I just saw the clip, and the guy, he said something along the lines of like, "Have you heard of Steven Montez?" He asked Coach Prime. Coach Prime obviously says no.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yeah, he was the quarterback when I was in school here, and we won 0 games." And I was just like, the disrespect is insane.
Oh wait, I did see people talking about this for sure.
Like I don't expect Coach Prime to know any of that.
Right.
But if you were in school here, you should at least give some respect to a guy who was undefeated against Colorado State, undefeated against Nebraska, had the legendary win against Oregon on the road where they, he had 100. I think he had 150 rushing yards and 350 passing yards in the same game. I was so perturbed by that. So I was just like, look, it wasn't the glory days by any means.
Right.
But you can't say we won 0 games. Those like Steven Montez might be responsible for some of, at least pre-prime, the most fun moments of the last 15 years of Buffs fandom.
For sure. Okay, so the 2013 Colorado Buffaloes that were ranked 79 overall. Can you guess what their record was? Do you remember?
2013.
Mm-hmm.
Did they open against Hawaii?
No.
Who did they open against?
Colorado State.
Oh. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Who's next?
Central Arkansas.
Oh.
And then a canceled game against
Fresno because of the flood. Okay. I actually don't. I think they won 5 games.
They went 4-8.
Okay. All right. 4-8.
It was Mike McIntyre's first season.
Yep.
Sefo Lufau was the quarterback. Connor Wood also threw a good amount of passes that year as well.
Fun fact. So that Fresno game canceled due to the Boulder floods.
Mm-hmm.
Massive flooding in Boulder. Houses got swept into it was crazy.
Yeah.
I was the only media member who could make it to the press conference where they announced that game was canceled because all the roads were closed, but I could walk.
Yeah, because you were there.
Yeah. And so it was just me, Rick George, and Mike McIntyre in a room. And I just had to ask all the questions. And then I wrote a story about it, and it was basically an exclusive. And it got to the front page of, I think it was Yahoo, who owned 247 at the time, because that's who I was writing for. That was kind of cool. But then also, I just said the next time Colorado was scheduled to play Fresno State was COVID.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, we need to stop scheduling Fresno State because every time we do something terrible happens.
Right.
Time before that, we played them. They beat us. The worst game I've ever felt in my life. And the time before that, they beat us with David Carr. And if we would have won that game, we probably would have gone to the national championship that year.
Yeah, you guys.
So no more Fresno State ever.
No more. That was fun. That was a long segment too. All right, new partner. Shout out to our friends over at Dialed In Gummies. Get dialed in with Dialed In Gummies, Colorado's premium cannabis gummy, specializing in craft and small batch for the past few years strong. They've made over 2,500 unique batches since 2020 and have 2 tribute batch releases to put on your radar this week, both themed around the playoffs. Check out Batch 1950, shout out to Rocky, an ode to everyone's favorite mountain lion mascot, and Batch 1942 smells like team spirit, a sentimental nod to the Avs as they position themselves in the playoffs. You're a gummy guy, right?
No.
You're not a gummy guy?
No edibles for me.
Why not?
Bad experiences.
You gotta chill, bro.
But it wasn't their fault. I'm sure Dialed In Gummies has it dialed in.
They do.
The problem is I didn't have it dialed in terms
That's
of how
what I'm
much
saying.
I was
You gotta
taking.
chill, bro.
All right, fine. We're already halfway there. I might as well tell the story.
Yeah, tell it.
One of my friends came in town, was visiting. It was right when weed became legal. Actually, I was living in the same place where I was living when that flood happened. So a long time ago. And then he was leaving and didn't feel comfortable taking what he didn't use back.
Yeah.
So he's just left me all of his leftover stuff. He went crazy at the dispensary.
Yeah.
And one of the things was this big, the size of $50.
Okay.
And it was a gummy.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, one day when I have nothing to do, I'm going to take this.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did. Well, it turns out normal's like 10, right?
Yep.
That's like the normal amount.
Yep.
This was 100.
Yep. Yep.
100 milligrams in the size of a $50.
Yep.
Bro, my life was ruined for like, I'm not even kidding, 48 hours. Like, at one point, I kept having to like retrace my steps. I didn't even remember why I felt the way I did. I was like, what's going on? Like,
That is
how did I end up
wild.
here? Oh, yeah, okay, I remember now. I did that thing. And I just remember like forcing myself to go to sleep. Just like, this is the only way.
Yep.
And then I woke up the next day and I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I still feel like this. It was rough. It was rough.
Oh man, yeah, you got to chill with that.
So you got to get it dialed in is what you got to do.
You got to get dialed in.
Don't take 100 milligrams your first time.
Go to dialedingummies.com or visit a dispensary near you to learn more about these limited releases. Also, shout out to Fubo TV.
Big shout.
You can watch the altitude. You can watch the Rockies or the Nuggets and Avs over on Altitude TV. You can watch the Colorado Rockies on Fubo TV as well. All that good stuff. The chat loved that story.
Oh, yeah. And I left out some details.
I can imagine.
Actually, I'll add one more in because we talked about doing weird shit with food. And this is some weird shit I did with food. But I can't be blamed for this one. Dude, so I just had like the most intense munchies of all time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And it just hit me at one point that my roommate had this like giant like novelty bag of popcorn.
Oh gosh.
So I just went into his room and was like, I need this. And because we had like no other snacks in the house, it was like protein bars. I think I ate like 2 protein bars at first. I was like, this isn't hitting the spot. I took the bag, poured it into like a giant, like, you know, like if you were to cook like pasta for like 20 people, like that giant, just put it in there and then just covered it in hot sauce.
Yikes, bro.
It was just shoveling it.
Oh man.
And then my roommate came home and I hid from him.
You were fucked up.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It was lights out.
Oh my gosh. If you ever end up like Arcade, just chill on the couch and watch some Fubo TV. They've got all the channels there for you, all the sports that you could want. They've got baseball in the summer. Watch the Colorado Rockies with Fubo. Go to www.fubotv.com/DNVR to sign up for 15% off your first month of Fubo Pro.
You're an edibles guy, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Are you stoked about Dialed In?
I am very stoked about Dialed In.
Let's go.
We're going to be friends, I could tell. All right. I'm trying to pull up the tweet here because friend of the show and one of the best Twitter follows on Buffs Twitter, Matt H. at ScoBuffs22. He posted this thread the other day on Wednesday. Basically what it is, he found this stat from Sports Reference. You know what Sports Reference is, right?
Yes.
I use College Football Reference all the time. That's where all the stats are. They've got Pro Football all the sports, all that stuff. Anyways, they have this rating system called Simple Rating System, SRS, and it's a way of assigning like a point to a season. Like how much did you improve? It factors in strength of schedule and average point differential. Anyways, there's a whole thread that Matt put on here. But he went through and he looked at it. Willie Taggart's first season at Florida State, they had a minus 1.67 SRS. In year 2, when he was fired, they improved to plus 1.78, which was an improvement of 3.45.
Okay.
Mike Norvell came in. That rating plummeted to minus 8.87. In year 2, they gone up to plus 0.64, and in year 3 they were 14.77. So that was a gain of 16.51. Okay. Keep that number in your mind, 16.51. Yes. That took him 3 years, by the way, to do that. Carl Durrell's last season at Colorado, the Buffs were awful. They've placed 121st out of 131 FBS schools for minus 12.08.
Yikes.
For comparison, that year USF also went 1-11. They were minus 10.11. So the Buffs were 2 points worse than that team.
Right.
Coach Prime comes in. Again, starting at minus 12.08. They finished last year at 0.98. That's plus 13.06 in 1 year.
Wow.
That's close to what Mike Norvell did in 3 years of trying to turn around Florida State's roster.
And that's the thing that is so annoying and like kind of frustrating about these conversations that you try to have with people who don't understand where the Buffs came from.
Right.
Is it's like 4-8 is bad.
Yes.
No one wants to be 4-8. But the gap that they had to close to go from where they were to 4-8, because what, plus 0.9 is where they ended up?
Yeah. They were just above 0. It was plus 0.98.
So that's telling you that like they're right around average, I would assume. Like 0.
I'd imagine, yes, 0 is average.
Yeah. And so to go from abysmal, truly abysmal,
121st out of 131,
back to average was a huge undertaking. And as we know, there are a couple breaks going their way from being a bowl team in year one after that. But people think that because Colorado went 4-8, Coach Prime sucks and Travis and Shedeur are overrated, and you know the transfer portal isn't a viable way to fix your team and all of this stuff. And it's like you're willfully ignoring how bad they were before.
Yes.
Because in a vacuum, 4-8 doesn't sound great, and it isn't. To go from that though, from 1-11. Where you lost your games by an average of 29 points. 29 points, Jake.
Yeah. Games were over by halftime.
Yes. There was literally nothing fun about the season except for the one game against Cal.
Yep.
And like a couple Jordan Tyson catches.
Yep.
Everything else was misery. To where last year, almost every single game was fun from start to finish. Save for 2.
Yep.
And it's crazy that people, it's not even that they don't understand it, it's they don't care to understand it.
No, it's willful ignorance is exactly what it is. So shout out Matt H. Again, at ScoBuffs22. Could not recommend following him enough. He's really just been on it for more than a year at this point. One of the best Twitter follows out there.
Stands on business.
He does stand on business. You want to tell the people about Breck Brew?
Big shout out to Breckenridge Brewery. The best when it comes to craft beer in Colorado. If you haven't already, you got to go down and check out the farmhouse, aka the Breck Brew campus, as I call it, because it's an unbelievable operation that they have running there. And right in the middle of it all, a fantastic restaurant. They also do cool like beer kind of cocktails where you can try out different kinds of their beer, different mixes with their beer. They're even doing a thing with seltzers right now where you can just get like a base seltzer and add the type of fruit and stuff that you want and flavor to it, which is fun. And then the wings, smoked wings are fantastic. The food in general is really, really good.
The food's to die for, man.
Go check out our friends. Or if you're just looking to have a 6-pack tonight, use the Breck Brew locator. You can find out where the nearest Breck Brews are to you and get yourself a 6-pack to enjoy on this lovely Friday evening.
Then also our friends over at Circle K. Always there for you wherever you are on the road. Whether it's gas, snacks, drinks, and more. Circle K's got it all. And Circle K, we need your help still, man. We lost our 2 gas stations here nearby the DNVR bar. And we need your help. I need your help personally. So check out the area. There's some land available. But you can join their inner circle with Circle K. You can get your first 5 fill-ups. I think it's 10 cents off a gallon. And then you get every 6 item free on plenty of things in the store, roller grills, drinks, snacks, all that good stuff. You can head on over to circlek.com/inner-circle for more information on how to become an Inner Circle member. And you're going to need that Inner Circle membership if you're going to be like us and following the Buffs around this next season around the country. There's Circle Ks all over the country, and they're going to be our number 1 stop as we refuel, and get back on the road this fall. Shout out Circle K.
All right, Jake.
What's up?
Someone has sent me a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
We need to give proper credit here. T-Bone on Twitter sent
Shout
me a
out
spreadsheet
T-Bone.
of the NCAA football 14 ratings.
Uh-huh.
We're just going to assume these are correct because they attached the player names to them. Obviously, there weren't player names back
Oh,
then.
nice.
There was one 99 overall player in the game. Can you guess who it was?
In 2013,
Yep. NCAA 14. Yep.
is it a quarterback?
No.
Oof, I have no idea. Derrick Henry?
Nope.
I don't know then.
Let me make sure that.
Offensive
Derrick
player?
Henry wasn't in the game. I don't know why. At least not that I see.
Offensive player?
Nope.
It is?
Defensive player, edge.
Oh, it's Jadeveon Clowney.
Yes. Jadeveon Clowney, South Carolina, 99 overall. As for the quarterbacks, Johnny Manziel was a 97. AJ McCarron
Okay.
was a 97. Ranking those the same is crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Braxton Miller, 96. Teddy Bridgewater, 96. Aaron Murray, 96. Taj Boyd, 95.
Taj Boyd, what a baller.
Yep. The legendary clip of him when he's in his dorm room or whatever. Do you remember that?
I think so.
He's like, "Oh, I'm studying for a test right now." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, who are you studying with?" And he's like, "Come on, it's just like two smokes."
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, okay, all right, we'll let you go." Let's see. Sammy Watkins was in that game, 95
Yep,
overall. Marquise Lee
Wow,
at
yeah.
Southern Cal, 97.
Robert Woods too then? Or was Robert Woods already drafted? He might have been
I
drafted.
think he was out. Running back, D'Anthony Thomas,
Oh,
97 overall.
Yep.
He must have been game breaking. Kadeem Carey. Oh God, that's a tough name for Buffs fans. Put like 250 or something on our heads
Yep.
one game.
Yeah.
So there you go. Those are some of the fun ones. CJ Mosley was a 97 overall.
That's dope.
All right.
All right. Let's go to the Toyota chat. What do we got today? We'll start with the super chat from Lamar. RK, I had cream cheese on a glizzy once in Seattle, #pause, at a Seahawks game, and it slapped.
Someone tweeted that at me the other night,
Uh-huh.
and they said, "Have you had a Seattle dog?" Which
Okay.
apparently has cream cheese on it. Count me in. Also, I can't believe I didn't bring this up the other day. Like, to me, the most classic Colorado style hamburger is with cream cheese and green chilies on it. Yeah.
Huh. I'm looking up a Seattle dog right now. And it literally just says, is a hot dog served in a bun slathered with cream cheese. Doesn't say anything else.
We got to stop putting cream cheese in the bagel box, man. Let cream cheese be free.
Here we go. Grilled onions are one of the most popular additions. Other toppings include jalapenos, peppers, sauerkraut, grilled cabbage, scallions, mustard, barbecue, sriracha.
Oh, maybe not all of that together, but
No. Yeah.
sounds
Dude.
delicious.
Oh, man. Speaking of this.
Wait, I thought you were going to get the pizza the other night. Did you just look at it and then not get it?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Okay.
No, sorry.
So weekend homework?
I will be gone this weekend, but
Okay.
I'll get it soon. Trust.
Well, I just need, I need someone to come on here and defend the honor of cream cheese on pizza. Also, someone was like really mad in our comments
About
It was
what?
about that. And they're like, even if it tastes good, doesn't mean it's right. And I was just like,
Exactly what
and I was,
Stand on business, whoever that is.
I was just like, you should do anything. In my opinion, you can do anything you want if you like the way it tastes.
Uh-huh.
Like the whole like no ketchup on hot dogs thing that they do in Chicago
Yeah.
is like, what are we doing here? If
Yeah.
people like it, they should do it.
I agree.
If you're someone who, it's almost hard for me to say this, but I mean it. If you're someone who likes ketchup on a steak, then put fucking ketchup on your steak. I don't care.
The look you're getting from Andre right now.
This is a victimless crime.
Because we're on the topic of hot dogs, it's Friday and it's towards the end of the show, so I'm gonna kind of go off the rails a bit here. One of my favorite things on Instagram has become this like hot dog truck, and it's just this guy like wears a GoPro making like different hot dogs, and there's one in England too, and
Okay.
they make jacket potatoes, which are basically loaded baked potatoes.
Okay.
And just watching them make that. Did you know in England though, beans and cheese on baked potatoes with like coleslaw? People go crazy for it. The line is out the door.
Interesting. I didn't
It's
experience
insane.
that when I was there, but I'd eat it.
Also, I found this YouTube page last night, and I killed like 3 hours watching this. This is for you, Yaya, and for you. I think both of you guys would like it. It's called Bunch of Amateurs. Have you heard of this?
No.
Do you know what this is, Yaya? Okay, it's this football club in England called the Dorking Wanderers,
Okay.
and they're in the National League. No idea how low that is.
That's pretty low.
That's not even a real league.
Well,
That's not
yeah.
professional.
But it's like hard knocks for this team in that league, and it's amazing.
Have you watched Welcome to Wrexham? Oh, you would love it. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Except
Rich over.
Wrexham gets Ryan Reynolds and some other guy. Yeah. What's that? Oh, Rob McElhaney.
Uh-huh.
They buy a team that I think is in the National League, right? And then it's the story of them trying to like get them promoted.
Yeah. I watched like
It's really good. You should watch
3 hours of it last night on YouTube.
it. I love it.
They got promoted out twice too.
Dude, no spoilers.
Wow.
That was a real sport.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Even real life spoilers.
I'm not gonna stop talking about a real team.
Yeah, you're getting an F for comments. Those guys are all on Oregon State.
All right.
Well, I can't remember what it was.
From Shelley, basically how much exposure money has the whole state of Colorado received from Coach Prime? He should send an invoice to the governor for a commission. I don't really understand how exposure dollars works, but I'm sure it's very high.
Yes.
The problem is I just don't think that Colorado has been able to cash in on that the way that like local businesses in Boulder certainly have.
Mhm.
They're the ones who should be cutting checks to 5430 to keep Coach
Yeah.
Prime around.
Shelly says, where's Shedeur's NIL for a watch brand? Maybe they are waiting for the winning to get going.
I think
he's
that
gonna have
the
one.
thing is that like Shedeur reps watches that don't need advertisements.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like Ferrari.
Yeah.
They're
exactly.
not running ads. So that makes it tough.
King Carlito
Like
83.
if Louis was running ads, they'd have one with the Sanders family in
Of
it by now.
course. But they don't need to run
Yeah.
ads. Yeah. King Carlito 83 says, who do you think will be the fastest buff on the team? This is a good conversation now after the transfer portal.
I mean, Jimmy.
Jimmy?
There's word of LeJontay being in there.
Yep. I'm trying to remember the names of who some guys have said.
Terrell Timmons.
Timmons. I bet you Cam Michael might be up there.
Ooh, Cam. If Cam comes in and gets that number one spot, that's scary.
That'd be awesome. Demoy Kennedy's no longer on the roster too,
Yep.
so
That's interesting. I would guess it's Jimmy.
I think so. Hambadge says Coach Prime went to EA for motion capture. No. Yes,
I
he
think-
did.
That was for Madden, right?
I think that's what the thinking was.
Well, and there is a part in Madden if you do the like whatever the story mode
Yeah.
where Coach Prime kind of becomes like your mentor.
Okay.
So I think that's what that was for.
Larry asks, who's going to be your 2 or 3 99 ranked players? Travis has got to be one.
I think Travis will be one.
Do you think Ollie Gordon's one?
I wouldn't be surprised if Ollie Gordon is one. Is there like a defensive? Who's the best
The
pass rusher?
Tennessee guy. Do you remember his name? James Pierce
Oh,
Jr.
right. He's kind of one of those guys that's in the top 5 of all those mock drafts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harold Perkins is a good one.
I don't. The fact that they didn't even have Johnny Manziel as a 99 overall last time. Now it's probably a whole new team, so who knows?
But that was in the prime of the Johnny era.
I know.
Too.
That's what I mean. It's like if they're sticking along those lines, I don't know if any quarterback will get it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would say it should be Shedeur.
Last one, then we're out of here. The big one says, when was the last time a school went from no notoriety to being in the top 5 to 10 schools for 4 and 5 star players?
Probably never.
Not this quickly.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty rare. It was a fun week of shows. I really enjoyed it.
It was. I want to see what people were saying about the food takes earlier.
Yeah, scroll up. A restaurant tier list? Bring back Tiers Day? Todd Davis is not coaching.
Wild. All right. Let's wrap up.
Yeah, fun week. I'll be gone on Wednesday or on Monday, so you and Dre will have some fun.
All right. Can't wait.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.